Hello, I am live. I am TushyGalore. I'm kind of galore all over. I call myself a vintage YouTuber for reasons that I'm not even going to go into because I've covered it. My hair keeps growing. So I am here. I am here. Woo, let's get rid of that towel. To sharpen my scissors. Listen, if y'all are going to cut your hair, as I am about to today, if you're going to cut your own hair and you're just an amateur at home, it is imperative that you have some good scissors. Now, you don't have to go and pay, $300-400 for whatever it costs for a really good pair of professional scissors. These are some little Fiskars. They're just, well, you can see them. They're little pointy, and this is a sharpener by Fiskars. And you just kind of do like this, and it takes any little nicks or bumps or unevenness off of the blades. I am not getting paid for this. If I was smart, I would have Amazon links below. Maybe I will. Check back in a day or so. You never know what I'm going to get up to. So we're going to just slice into that, get it nice and sharp. I can feel a difference when when I when I sort of push the blades together. You know how if you're holding it differently, you're either sort of forcing the blades apart a little bit or forcing them together. I force them together and I can feel whether it's smooth or not. Now, those of you who have been, I don't know why I keep putting that up there, those of you that have been watching me throughout this quarantine, you've seen me cut my hair a few other times. That seems unnecessary. Saw some other little bit. There it is. I have decided to make my appointment, and get my eyes operated on so I can see properly. And once I can see, I will no longer be, sorry, I had to get my foot around my tripod. I will no longer be nearsighted, but I will be farsighted and have to wear reading glasses for using my phone and such. I intend to get something fun similar to this. These were sunglasses from the Dollar Tree, and I popped the lenses out so that I could wear them for videos. But, I can't see. And I am going to have to put my ugly ones back on. When I got these, I thought, they're ugly. I don't care because I'm going to get cool ones after this. And then my eyes kept getting worse, and they're like, we're not even going to fit you with new glasses. All right, I have a feeling I'm going to cut this way too short. I have put a band up here. I've separated my hair down the middle, combed it as smooth as I can, put a band up here, and put one down here. And the idea is to cut right below it, but that's a lot of hair. I think maybe I'd better scooch that down a little bit more. Okay, that's not too bad. I've got this towel here. I am going to tuck it under my arms because I want it to be on my lap so that it will catch this hair since I'm sitting on my couch. Man, I can't. Even with my glasses on, this is tough. I am not going to cut right up against that band. I'm going to cut in below it. And what am I doing? Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Oh shoot. Nothing's coming out. What have I, oh, there we go. Put that on my lap again. And go back to sawing at it. Probably better if I just took little snips. Don't you think? Middle of the night. I have one viewer. Hello. Hello, viewer. I do these live a lot of the time because I can't see well enough anymore to use my computer or my laptop. I am relying on my phone, which is very small, because I can get it right up at my face. So I can't really do a lot of editing. And I just kind of need to film things and go ahead and pop them up. Jeez. Is this frustrating to watch me try to do this? Because you can see it perfectly. You see exactly where I need to cut and what's going on and what's wrong. I, on the other hand, am just kind of winging it. Just aiming for the general area. It's getting smaller a little bit. I wonder if Mr. John Miller will notice tomorrow. It's not going to be a dramatic difference, so I'm not going to be like mad at him if he doesn't notice my haircut. I'm not quite that bad. Come on, hair. Come on. This is not going as I wanted it to. That's all right, it's going. It's gonna take a minute. So I haven't been in a store or anything like that in weeks because people freak me out. Those of you that watch my videos regularly, you know that I live in a dodgy area of a very nice city. I live in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and it's a really cool college town, but we, we have a meth problem, and we have poverty issues in places, and we have, mental health problems and whatever. And I live in a neighborhood where people who are like terminally ill or who are just real poor or who are drug addicts or whatever end up living here because it's low-cost housing, especially across the creek. Just a little drainage creek that runs between my apartments and these other troubled ones. And every time I go outside, it seems like some nut job from over there comes up and wants to talk to me. Assholes. And so it's the same way in stores. All the kooks, like last time I was in a Dollar Tree, that lunatic was one person in the store without a mask comes and stands right behind me in line and wants to strike up a conversation and flirt with me a little bit. And I feel like I am less safe than others when I go shopping because freaking kooks follow me around the store and want to stand real next to me and just bask in my awesome vibes, I suppose. Awesome fucking vibes. And it's that way no matter what, wherever I go. And usually, my mother raised me as best she could. I didn't always listen, but she raised me to be polite and decent to people because you don't know what their challenges are, what kind of day they're having. But I swear to God, is that Bonnie? I think it might be. I can it looks like the right amount of letters, perhaps. Hi, Bonnie. I'm hacking at my hair again. And you might hear Poe back there. Our cat Poe, he's actually John's. Yes. Oh, hi, Bonnie. It is Bonnie. Okay. Poe. There's some roughhousing going on. Poe is John's kitty. I picked him for John. I saw him in a picture. And y'all know I'm like just a little bit psychic in kind of an almost useless way. And I saw like a halo around that kitty. Little kitten. He was showing me a picture of a litter of kittens at his daughter's house. He was like, I want this one. And he pointed to another one. I was like, no, you want this one. And John said, well, it's too late. He's already been given away. I said, you need to figure out how to get him. And Poe twice ran away from the home they gave him to when he was a kitten. He kept coming back because that wasn't where he wanted to be. So he is now with us and has been for a few years. And he's awesome. One of the things he does is he talks. And he talks to the other cats, which is extremely unusual according to animal experts, cat experts in particular. Cats only talk to us or to their kittens. They don't verbalize with one another. Poe does. You're hearing him do it right now. I'll hear him, hey. Stella's biting the shit out of him. Stella, be nice. He's twice as big as you. Be careful. Oh, there we go. They seem to both be fully severed. Ooh, look at all that. There's all kinds of lunacy going on here in the middle of the night. It's not just me this time. And look at all that hair. Ew. Trouble with tribbles. Let me see. I do have a bag to put it in. Bonnie, I kind of am naked this time. I truly am topless because I didn't want to get hair on a bra or in my shirt. I do have on some lavender granny panties that are so big they feel like shorts. They are almost bloomers. Oh my goodness, Stella, have mercy on that boy. Usually the boys are harassing her and chasing her and jumping on her, but she's getting a little revenge. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, it feels better. Feels better, and it's a little dirty. I really needed to wash it this evening, but I decided to wait until I had cut it so that I could wash off all the little prickly hairs, you know. I slept a lot today. I've been kind of sick for a couple of weeks. I don't know if it's some bug. I think it's just gastritis being gnarly, but I'm feeling better. Look at my ears sticking out. It's because my hair's dirty. Stella, poor Poe. What you think? I mean, obviously it needs to be groomed a little bit, washed and styled, but that's not too bad. That's not bad for a sitting on the couch haircut, is it? Not bad. Goodness, as Stella walks away like, yeah, don't you ever try it again. He's just on the floor like, oh shit. Okay, I've lost my little comb. Here it is. So let's have a dab and then I guess I'll let y'all go. I don't really have anything else much to talk about. I'm just sitting here grouching because my stomach's hurting. Sipping my Sprite. Somebody ate my crackers. Last of the crackers. Put them on the table to eat later when my stomach could tolerate it. Found an empty cracker package on the couch. Yeah. That's okay. I'll probably make it until morning. Hopefully. But I am going to be going out later today to Aldi, get some groceries because we are down to just kind of the dregs here. God, I really got to be careful now. Huh? Clamp that arm down tight. Get my account removed. Oh, we can do this too because I know how to dab blind. Now I do have a proper rig with the banger on it stuff. That's the one that I grabbed. I spilled my tea right next to me and I passed this off and it went like that. And it was red hot and I burned the shit out of my hand. It took forever to heal. But, I mean, that's a little trouble to go to and I think I tend to use more because I like to compete with the boys And so I try to do kind of big dabs, and it takes a lot, and it's really kind of wasteful, to tell you the honest truth, but it's fun to do once in a while, socially, or with John, and I just like to outdo him just a little bit. Get a little bigger dab. Now, that's all I've got. I need to re-up. Okay, here's the deal. I am trying to bully Mr. John Miller into making some videos. I will absolutely help him. But we started, I don't know, a couple years ago, something called Arkansas Cannabis Education. We do have a YouTube channel, but I don't think there's anything on it yet. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, Arkansas Cannabis Education, because I'm a big nerd and I've been learning everything I can about it. I don't always understand the science real well because I don't have the science background. Doing this where you can't even see. I don't have the science background, but John does, and once I got him interested in really learning about all the nitty-gritty details of cannabis, he got so interested. He's just learned everything that he possibly can. He wants to go study with these doctors, and one of the things right now, problems in Arkansas, is that even though the state of Arkansas has legal medical marijuana, and I am a card holder, that's why I'm doing this on cam, we were supposed to be, the state was supposed to be allowed to have 5 growers and 5 grows, as well as I think dispensary owners can have the option to have a small grow on the premises as well. So there was 5 licenses that could have been given out. They only gave out 3 for whatever reason. I think it's because they wanted so much money up front from people before they could grow or have a dispensary. Like you have to have $1 million in the bank plus $100,000 to apply, just to apply, and then if you don't get it, you don't get your money back, and it's just like this whole big hideous thing. So now I have 3 growers. Currently. 3 growers. One of them, their head grower quit, and they threw a bunch of people in there that didn't know what they were doing, and the plants hermied, which means they were so stressed from mistreatment that they turned hermaphrodite, and female plants started producing ball sacks and seeds. So people are going and buying weed for an eighth of an ounce. It is about $40, and that's when you catch it on a sale. And so it's expensive. Oklahoma has really liberal medical marijuana practices, and they have dispensaries everywhere. Anybody that wants one can run a dispensary, can own it, and anybody, which is awesome. I think they had a number like they would give out 2,000 dispensary licenses, something like that. But and then Missouri above us has, to the north of us, also has passed medical, but they don't have any dispensaries and no pot growing. So what they're doing now is all these people from Missouri are flooding down into Arkansas and buying up our weed. And the weed from Osage Creeks, who grew all that shitty weed that was full of seeds. It was more seeds than it was plant. And because of them, nobody wants to buy their products. So that leaves us with 2 growers in the whole entire state. They can't keep up. We got people from Missouri coming down and buying our product. And we can go to Oklahoma and buy, but it's going to cost us $100 a month. You get a little temporary license, and you can drive over the border and buy what I heard was pretty crappy weed, but hopefully they've gotten better by now. And for, I don't know, not half the price, but a lot less, but you have to pay $100 a month. It's like a whole fucky deal. Anyway, we're going to be talking about that sort of stuff. may only be interesting to people in Arkansas, but I go to the different groups, the Arkansas medical marijuana groups, and I see the things people are talking about. And a lot of people don't really have the whole answer. They don't really quite know. And they're just assuming something and then they pass it on as fact, and it's just a mess. So we're going to try to be making some videos and clear up local stuff having to do with marijuana law and dispensing, and as well as, I don't know, national stuff and stuff about strains and stuff about, did y'all know? Did y'all know? Y'all know that weed is really good for cancer, right? People use it to help treat cancer. They use it to help combat the side effects of traditional Western cancer treatment. Pardon me, like chemo. Excuse me, one of the worst things about chemo is it makes you nauseated and kills your appetite. So they give people weed and it squashes the nausea and they're hungry. So they keep their weight on, they can keep looking pretty good. But did you know that there are some types of cancer that if you are using cannabis, it accelerates the growth? Breast cancer is one of those. I see somebody saying something, but I can't read it right now. I promise you I will go back after the chat and I will check it. I mean after my, my video. So there are some, and I almost hate to even say it because most of us that have been pro-weed have been going around for years saying it's harmless. It's absolutely harmless. It's more people die of swallowing safety pins than they do of smoking weed. More people die of a couch falling on them from a window. Whatever, all these absurd things. I like to say it's safer than kitten farts. But fact is, it's not. And most people don't know that, and it's not really being talked about. So we're going to talk about that because people need to know. Sometimes weed gives me an asthma attack, and I have a horrible time. Horrible, horrible time. It's not always a bronchodilator. Sometimes it hits me and makes me sick. And some people are having problems with this nausea where they vomit horribly. That's the whole thing. We'll talk about that. Anyway, there's lots to talk about. We got some of the answers. Mouth is watering. Thinking about those crackers somebody ate. So I love you guys. I'm kind of hyper and weird, and I'm glad I cut my hair. I'm glad you watched. And I hope to have some of these glasses for real someday. Bye, everybody. Mwah.